friends. Hello, happy Wowza Wednesday. Can you believe it's Wednesday already? It's pretty great. So this is a little crooked light, but oh well. Okay. Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how any of you with, hi Marianne, oh I miss you. How any of you with printers, like home printers, can refill your cartridge, ink cartridges, because you know you'll get them, hi Michelle, and half the time you use it for just a little while and then on your screen you get an error saying that your cartridge is empty. Well, that's usually not the case. It has this little chip in it right here that reads how many, how much you print and all that. And some printer cartridges, not this one in particular, but some have a tiny little button you can push right here to reset the memory on the chip. So you can either try that with yours. Mine is on an Epson HPR280 printer, color printer, inkjet. So it's telling me that this guy's empty, but I can hear ink in there, so I know it's not true. So it's just lower than it can read, or it's just being grumpy. Okay. So what we're gonna do, you just take this out of your printer, and I'm holding it upside down because ink can spill out of this top part right here. So the first thing you want to do after you take it out of your printer is just put a little piece of tape over that temporarily while you're doing this. And you can do all of this with rubber gloves on or not, it's up to you, but you can potentially get dirty doing this. So you can see that tape's already getting some ink on it. So I know there's ink in there, people. Okay, now again, this is specifically for that printer type, but there are many ways, many different types of printer cartridges, right, that you can use and replace. You don't have to get a new one, and these are expensive. So I got this ink in bulk ages ago. You can see I've used it quite a few times. These are the things I'm going to be using today: the cartridge, the ink, and a little syringe. How much should I pay for what, Lavonda? Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to read her comments. I'm not sure how much I paid for the ink, but I know Lavonda's involved in ink issues as well. Okay, so here we go, recap. Little syringe here with a needle and a drill. You don't have to have a drill, but you will need, a drill bit to make a little hole in the top. Okay, so here we go. Now what you want to do, some of them have a little hole right here that you can access the ink, okay? But this one doesn't, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Right there it says push here. You see it right by my finger? So what you want to do is just very gently drill a little hole in that space, okay? Just enough to get through that plastic coating. I'm trying to do it really slow so I don't totally puncture it all. Okay, poked through. Now hopefully I got the right size drill bit. I did, okay. So my needle can fit right into that hole. You guys, this is so simple. And if you don't have a drill, well, you could get creative and use a screw and just screw a screw into there and then back it out and have a hole from that. Okay, so now I'm loading up my syringe. And when you do your ink, you're going to want to do it really slow, because for one, you don't want bubbles in here, and for two, you don't want it squirting out on you if it's really not that empty, okay? So here we go. All of you people afraid of needles, don't be afraid. Oops, okay. See, on this one's already squirting out and I hardly put anything in. Let's make sure I got my hole far enough down. And like Lavonda said, there are other solutions for this type of problem, but this is the solution that I've been doing. Okay. Okay, so then all you do is you go ahead and you push your plunger down, and really it may not take hardly anything, because your cartridge just might be being grumpy. I'm going to try something different real quick. And by the way, I really love power tools. If I could win like a shopping spree to anything, it would be to the hardware store. That's my gig. Aha! I wasn't in far enough. That was the problem. That's why the ink was squirting out back out at me. Okay, so again, here we go. Back in the hole. And basically there's like a little sponge inside of this printer cartridge that holds the ink. So you want to just gently, you can see all that ink that's going in there. Hasn't started coming out the top yet. So it looks like I need another plunger full. This is what I do in lieu of being a doctor, because I never made it to medical school. Here we go. This one actually was quite low, even though I could hear ink inside. You can see I've put in quite a bit of ink on this one. So this is good that I chose this one to do today, because I'm sure it would have started being grumpy on my printer. Here we go. And I think I got a whole set of those bottles of ink. It was a long time ago, but I think it was only like $30 for all of them. Oh, okay, so now it's full. You see it coming out the top. I think it was like $30 for all the bottles, for all the colors I need for my printer. So that's way, 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 way cheaper than you can buy it for, you know, brand new. These cartridges, they're expensive. Okay, so after you've got it filled up with your little plunger mobobber, that's the official term, by the way, plunger mobobber. Take another piece of tape and put it over that hole that you just created. And I would probably, I'm going to probably put duct tape over this because it sticks much better. You can see it kind of spilled out a little bit, but I mean, this works because you're going to put it back in your printer upright, so it's not like it's going to be tipping over. But if you're concerned about that, you know, go ahead and put a better piece of tape on there. So then just to reinstall, you know, take off this piece of tape on the bottom and snap it back in your printer computer. Your computer printer. Computer printer. And that's how you do it. Easy. I mean, if I'd gotten the hole through in the first try, that would have taken like 45 seconds probably to do that. So that's something you can really easily do. I know I've seen those type of things at the kiosk in the mall where you can take your cartridges and they swap them out and refill them and stuff like that. But you don't have to. Just do it yourself at home. I think, and this stuff you can get super cheap online like eBay or, you know, whatever you want. Amazon, places like that. So really easy, really cost effective, and you can just keep on printing. So that's my tips for that. I do a lot of different type of printing. I did a live once on my screen printing, so I do that, and I do a lot of printing, just paper printing with my business. So it's nice to be able to have capabilities to replace things. So that's it for today. That's what I wanted to show you. Let me know if you have any more questions, if any of that was unclear. But if you do have a different type of printer or cartridges than what I've got, YouTube is your friend. You can just YouTube how to do it, and more often than not, there is a video on how to do it. That's how I learned how to do this. And you can just do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, people, to try new things and do new things, because, I mean, if I had failed at this for whatever reason, I just go buy a new one. I mean, life goes on, right? Okay, well, I hope you guys are all doing great. This week is amazing so far. It's Wednesday. It's not a very beautiful day outside, but it's a good day to be alive anyway. So thanks for joining in, and I will see you Friday for Fun Fact Friday, and it's always exciting around here. I promise you that. Thank you. Have a great day, and Lavonda, I'll get in touch with you regarding your solutions too. All right, goodbye. Thanks, guys.